So the other night, I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yes, it actually exists, and I loved it. The film itself isn't remarkable, it's a good film and it's better than the majority of the DCEU, but in itself it's not amazing. What makes it so amazing to me is the fact that the director got to put across his original vision. It's clear he has a passion for these characters and it's clear he cares. This is why I think he would be a good choice to lead the DCEU. I know that this is extremely unlikely to happen for many reasons. Firstly, Zack Snyder just wants to move on with his career, and secondly, Warner Brothers would never ever let it happen. The DCEU began with Man of Steel in 2013. This was 5 years after the MCU started and a year after the Avengers movie had happened. It's clear Warner Brothers wanted to emulate Marvel's success. They wanted to make big blockbuster films using their big superhero properties, but the only issue is they didn't lay down any foundations. They wanted to get right into the big stuff like Batman vs Superman and Justice League without having that phase 1 that Marvel did. Behind the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you have Kevin Feige, a man who clearly cares about the franchise and cares about each and every character and wants to make sure every single detail fits in perfectly. This is what DC needed. And after watching the Snyder Cut, I think the man they needed was Snyder himself. You can literally feel his passion for DC leap out of the screen. He cares so much about all of these characters. He takes his time with every single one of them to make sure we care about all of them. The original Justice League does not care. Characters like Cyborg, The Flash and Aquaman are all just left out in the dust. In Joss Whedon's Justice League, when the team come together, we couldn't care less. They don't feel like a team, they barely know each other, we don't even understand why they're really together. But in Snyder's version, you feel the team dynamic, you want them to succeed together, it feels epic, and that's because Zack Snyder has passion for the franchise. Snyder's films have always had a comic booky style. If you look at Watchmen and 300, they look like something straight out of a comic book. This is why, if he had been able to create his own DCEU, it would probably be one of the most unique superhero franchises around. If you combine this with the passion he has for DC, you're probably left with an excellent franchise that can be held up with Marvel standards. For a start, you wouldn't have any of the forced humour, it wouldn't be anywhere near as messy, and most importantly, it just wouldn't be as rushed. In my opinion, in an ideal world, Zack Snyder should have ran the DCEU. Unfortunately, this wasn't the case because of how the studio system is, but hopefully they will learn going forward to respect the filmmaker's vision. With the overwhelming reception the Snyder Cut got, I can easily see this being a possibility. Thank you to anyone who took the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.